if that doesn't set the tone for the rest of the month, I don't know.
Oh my god!
Welcome.
That's the best thing you've done.
Hello, everyone.
Banana.
I am your host. God damn it, John.
God damn it! Banana Slammer.
Banana.
Hello, my name is Taco, and this is my banana.
Ew.
Welcome to the G.A.P, folks.
Yep.
I'm your host, Matt, aka Legion Rex, and welcome to the obligatory intro episode to what is sure to be the best month in the history of the G.A.P, and that is the month of Spoop. Last year we had the month of Spoop, where we were talking about horror anime for all the month of October. We decided to bring it back this year because we really enjoyed it last year. But this time, it's the month of Spoop. Because we're covering garbage horror anime. We're bottom of the barrel. The worst of the worst.
We're covering stuff I wouldn't even eat a banana with.
The stuff that the banana turns into after you eat.
What is with you in the
Taco's
banana?
I don't know, man.
Don't know, man.
Banana Slammer.
With me, I have the man who came up with the brilliant intro that was on the screen a couple seconds ago. Fucking Shane, aka the bearded one. How you doing today, Shane?
You know, that took me 5 seconds in Vegas to make. It literally just drag in the old intro, put a P over it, and then play a really loud fart noise. And I spent like an hour trying to find the perfect fart noise, and then I found it, and I'm like, that's it.
Yes.
Dedication to the craft. That's what that is.
Yeah.
So we also have our co-host Spencer. How are you doing today, Spencer?
As Lord as my fucking witness, if Kurogiri's not a flat earther, I don't know what is.
Omura Shigaraki, I must tell you, the Earth is flat.
Honestly, like, at some point, I'm considering just, like, recording the stuff we say before we start and just making it its own separate thing.
Do it! Like, do it! You should do it.
It's like a fucking behind-the-scenes video of just us just getting ready. I am joined with my co-host for every podcast, this time in a 591 milliliter bottle, a delicious throwback Mountain Dew.
It's a throwback. Ooh, that's the good shit. It's made with real sugar.
Feeling spicy today, aren't we?
Yes, Matthew, I'm feeling spicy today.
With us, we also have Josh. How are you doing today, Josh?
I'm alive.
That's good,
Fair.
I guess.
That's a positive.
I'm ready.
Fair.
I wish I
ready.
wasn't after that, but you know.
To watch some spoopy anime and stuff. I've already watched one very spooky anime, and I'm ready to talk about much more.
Okay.
Please end my suffering.
Why the fuck did you start to sound like Plinkett?
Star Wars Episode 1 is the worst movie since my son.
Another is
Banana
actually a good
Slammer.
horror anime. You're just a bunch
And
of
wow.
cowards.
And while my son would later hang himself in a gas station bathroom, Star Wars is around forever. Speaking of horror, let's talk about another.
Speaking of, let's talk about.
Yeah. So what are we doing, Matt?
What do we? Okay, so this is podcast will have normal structure as per normal. We'll start with simulcast discussion, which in this case will be our end of season awards, as the season has officially pretty much wrapped up. There's still a couple of shows that need to wrap up, but most of them are pretty much done at this point. And then we'll go into the brief pieces of news we got, and then we'll each, as from last year, we're all gonna pick an anime for the month of Spoop. All of us have an anime picked out and ready to go. Some of us have already watched the anime in question because we've known the anime in question for about a couple of months at this point.
At this month, yeah.
Yeah. So we are going. So instead, there'll be no featured anime this week. Instead, it'll just be us kind of shooting the shit, and
Literally.
have a little bit more of a casual discussion, just random discussion this episode.
And much like last year, from this point on through the entire month of October, there will be a new G.A.P every single week.
Yes.
So get ready for it, guys.
Yes, there's a new G.A.P every
Apparently-
single week.
Because apparently we hate ourselves.
Yeah, we do.
We do hate ourselves, but October is usually the best month. Is ironically the worst months to do this. So
Yeah,
because of
right.
school and stuff. Yeah, but at the same time, it's Halloween, so might as well. In any case, let's get right into end of season awards. Another season has come and gone, and we are ready to go into the fall season. But first, let's talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, the what the fuck, the everything for the summer season. So before we get into the awards themselves, let's talk about the summer season whole. What does anyone have any final thoughts on the summer season as a whole? Was it disappointing? Was it surprising? Was it exactly what you expected?
You know what? The summer season didn't have a lot of standouts. It was a lot of just second seasons and whatnot. There were, however, a few very good standouts that made up for it.
Yes.
Mostly being Dr. Stone, Fire Force, and Vinland.
And there was a couple others here and there, but those were the major ones.
Those were the big standouts that made it at least worthwhile to watch what was in the season.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing about this summer is it reminds me a lot of last summer. Because when we were talking about last summer, we're like, oh, there's not a whole lot going on. But then again, there's like some best of year contenders this season. So
The problem is summer is usually a pretty dead season compared to fall, spring, and winter.
Oh, yeah. We'll get into fall.
We'll get into fall because it's looking pretty dead too.
Yeah. If summer was a continuation season, this is a super continuation season. Fall.
Yeah. So far, I have a feeling winter's the best season of the year so far.
Yeah.
Ironically, which is funny. This year, so far for anime, has been kind of poo. So it's been one of those.
It definitely hasn't lived up to the top
2018.
tier that was last year.
2018 fucking knocked her out of the park.
Dude, 2018 was just a mad lad.
Yeah, 2018 was insane. 2019 has some amazing stuff in it, but all the amazing stuff is sequels, long-awaited manga adaptations, and the occasional original series that were like, oh! And then
there's the occasional, standout that's like, oh, ooh, that's good.
Yeah, but we'll get into more of that soon. But let's start off with the end of season awards. Does everyone have their picks? Does everyone have?
I got my picks primed and ready to go.
I do. I love, Matthew, how you asked one person about the season.
Well, I asked everybody.
He did ask everybody, so.
I usually don't speak a lot, so I took the initiative.
Josh took the initiative.
You know what? Good for you, Josh. I'm proud.
Good for you, Josh.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Round of applause. 1 second. Leave my phone down.
Anyway, Spencer, what'd you think of summer?
Yeah, what'd you think of summer?
This was a letdown. This whole season was a letdown.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean, so aside from the good ones that Runrit mentioned, and the obligatory shows that only Spencer watches, this season being Copcraft and The Ones Within, this season kind of blew, to be honest. There was 5 or 6 maybe standout, knock them out of the parks, but everything else was meh, lazy, or just plain terrible.
And even then, in some of those standouts, there were a couple instances where it got kind of iffy.
Some of the standouts, one in particular, was actually not as good as I expected it was going to be.
I don't think it was as good as any of us expected, based on the hype.
Yeah, no.
What show would that be?
You know
You'll
what
see.
we're talking about.
Yeah, you know what we're talking about. But let's get into the actual awards now. So, as for usual, we're going to start off with the award that always starts off the season award, the end of season awards, and that is Best Animation.
Josh,
go
for it.
Best in the season.
Okay, I have one question. Can I include Demon Slayer? Do I have to?
If it aired this season, it counts.
And then, okay, so Best Animation for me is going to Demon.
There you go.
Ufotable
solid choice.
Ufotable just knows how to make a pretty anime. And especially episode 19 is the perfect example of Ufotable in a nutshell.
Yeah.
It usually involves not paying your taxes, but
that's how our anime looks so good. We avoid the taxes.
We avoid the tax man.
But particle effects and absolutely gorgeous colors, and Demon Slayer itself, the manga is actually quite well drawn, so it has something very easy to go off of.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very nice looking show. I
agree. It's not my pick, but I agree.
Demon Slayer. I am the only person in the group who has yet to see Demon Slayer. I'm waiting until it wraps up. Because as of this recording, its final episode of at least of season 1 or whatever. Season 2 season 2 has yet to be announced at the time of this podcast. It will more than likely be announced. Soon. But as the time of this podcast, the time of recording, season 2 is yet to be officially announced. The final episode of season 1 will be airing tomorrow, and I am going to be watching it this weekend. So you will all know I will join the Demon Slayer train soon enough. Don't worry.
Ironic, because there's a train now.
Yeah, ironic. Because all I see on my Twitter is train.
People freaking out about the train.
People freaking out about the train.
I don't even know what they're talking about. I'm just like, oh, they're on a train. Okay. Is this Cabaneri the Iron Fortress now? Okay. Whatever.
That's a good one.
Is this Baccano?
Yeah.
Dude, if it was Baccano, I think fucking Demon Slayer would be like an automatic, just like best of the year for Spencer. So
yeah.
If this was just Baccano, like they did like book 4, 5, and 6, but just disguised it as Demon Slayer, I'd be like, okay.
Okay.
All right. Spencer, what's your choice for best animation of the
My
season?
best animation goes to the king of the action piece, Wit Studio, and Vinland Saga.
Ooh.
The animation, especially from an action standpoint, is genuinely outstanding. And from a studio that isn't specifically known for their high animation, like I know one of you, if not both of you, will probably say Fire Force, but that's Shaft, and Shaft is known for good animation. Ufotable is known for good animation, but for a studio like Wit, who isn't exactly the best known for their animation work, to kind of attempt to reach that pinnacle, I say that they succeed. The motion work and like the way that everything is animated with like such precise kind of care is really surprising, and it just shows that Wit is a studio that's taking the action animation that they are usually really good at, but also the more of the subdued work and kind of putting the two together and creating this really, really nice looking slow burn of an anime.
The thing that stands out to me animation-wise for Vinland is the camera work.
Yeah,
because the camera work is extremely dynamic, three-dimensional, it's constantly moving, and it's always interesting. It's not like fucking Taboo Tattoo, when the camera just was always spinning for zero reason.
It's like, stop, please.
Like, this show actually knows how to use its camera to its advantage.
Yeah, but Vinland looks incredible from start to finish. However, it is not my pick. Instead, I have to go with the pick that is the show that impressed me the most visually on a weekly basis. This show was just continuously like gorgeous from day one, and that's Fire Force.
It's Fire Force.
It's Fire Force. I can't deny. And the show you were talking about that kind of disappointed me was Fire Force. Yeah, ironically enough.
Yeah.
From a writing perspective, at least from the start. It's gotten better over recent episodes.
It was very dull to begin with.
Yeah,
very dull.
It's gotten better over recent episodes, but Fire Force's writing was kind of standard basic stuff that we've seen thousands of times before.
Yeah.
Also mildly rushed at points. Surprisingly.
Yes.
Fire Force is, sorry to interrupt, but Fire Force is one of those examples where its direction and animation far make up for its lackluster writing.
If you're looking, like, Fire Force is the ultimate counter to Dr. Stone, where Dr. Stone, the writing makes up for everything. Fire Force, the directing and animation, just kick ass.
Yeah.
And if we're talking just pure animation, it's Fire Force, easy.
Yeah, pure animation is probably the show that impressed me the most this season. Oh, because all those fight scenes, best fight scenes of the season. Holy fuck!
Oh yeah.
No.
Well, okay, yeah, we know the one, Josh. Okay,
we know the one. We know the one. But Fire Force is just like every episode, just bam, 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 bam.
Also, he's not there yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen Demon
While
Slayer.
we're talking about that episode, I think we need to sit you down, Josh, and explain to you what a shot means.
What? Wait.
Spencer, I know what a shot is. I just really like that fight.
That fight's beautiful in motion, but if you take a shot with all the bullshit in it, it's like cluttering up the screen.
Dude, that's the Naruto effect.
The Naruto effect.
Dude, if you pause the Naruto fight, all you're going to get is a really crappy shot.
That is fair.
That is very fair,
yeah.
actually.
But yet
That's
Naruto fights are some of the best fights in anime.
Yeah, you're right.
You can't just say, "Oh, it's a shot," because if you pause it, you get a random pause, like you get a random weird thing. That's not fair. It's meant to be played. It's not meant to be stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you've just solved your own problem.
All right, we're moving. All right, we're moving on. So interesting choice.
Nice
all valid choices for best animation. There were some great looking shows this season, so it was a hard one. It was between Fire Force and Vinland for me. Vinland looked incredible from start to finish.
Yeah. It's just Fire Force was on a more consistent basis.
Let's talk about shows that maybe surprised us this season. We have a couple of shows that were really that surprised the hell out of us this season. And Spencer, what was the show that surprised you the most this season in terms of quality?
The show that surprised me the most this season was The Ones Within.
I fucking
knew it was The Ones Within.
I called it.
Because if you heard me rave about it and basically beg people to watch it, because the premise is stupid. It's a really fucking stupid premise. It's Twitch streamers, the anime. But the done genuinely well produced. The characters are not just one-dimensional. They give them some depth to it. Unlike some of the anime that we're going to be watching for Month of Spoop, which are 1D characters, these actually have stuff that goes with them. And the story that it tells actually has some really cool twists and turns. People that you think are good might not be all good. Some people that you think are bad might not be all bad. How much control does Paka actually have on 13th Avenue? What is it? And it's all of these things, even though it's 12 episodes, it's surprisingly well spread out within the 12 episodes, so it doesn't actually feel like it's rushed. It feels like it's taking its time, kind of setting up a game, having the characters kind of talk to each other, learn, solve the problem, and then you move on. Some episodes don't even have a game. It's just the characters with their backstory and talking and stuff like that. And it's fascinating stuff. So it genuinely surprised me, and I really want somebody else to watch it.
Is this your most underrated of the year so far?
Could be, actually, honestly.
Honestly, because considering it's been it has a lot of divisive reception. It is a contender for most underrated because that's under the qualifications of underrated. So that technically it works out. Josh, which show would surprise you the most this season?
That one is a very easy one for me. It's one that I had no clue about. You guys were hyping up to hell. I was just like, what the hell is this? It was Dr. Stone.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I had no clue about Dr. Stone until I watched the first episode. I saw Crunchyroll going off. Crunchyroll's like, yo, watch this shit, man. It's going to be hype as shit. You guys were like, dude, this is going to be so good when it first got announced. I was like, Nani?
I'm pretty sure they co-produced it, too, because their logo's all
And then
they did co-produce it.
I watched the first episode, and I was like, fuck. This is amazing.
It's real good.
Yeah.
It's
real
really
good.
good, man. It's really
good.
good.
So good.
the first episode just blew me away. I was like, holy crap, this is actually fucking awesome. As someone who enjoys science and everything like that, seeing all this just like be done, I was like, damn, this is a good show. I'm going to like this shit.
And here we are, 12 weeks later.
Mhm.
Still loving it.
Yeah, 12 weeks later, 12 episodes later, and it's on a break this week.
No, it's not.
but- It's not?
I
Oh,
just
shit, this-
watched episode 13 before we started.
Shh, don't you dare say anything, man.
Shh, 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 shh.
It's like the
I don't know.
only
Dr.
show that didn't take a break.
Dr. Stone
Dr.
is
Stone-
wilding, dude.
It's also, I will say, it's one of the only shows where the writing is extremely consistent.
Oh, yeah, the first thing that stood out to me was the writing. It's still in contention for best writing for me.
Yeah, it's just the characters are so well fleshed out, and the way they intermingle with everyone is just beautiful. Even side characters, Ginro got a great character development for episode 12.
Oh, Gino's great.
Don't worry, episode 13 is all about Kinro. So,
Oh, see, the
Kinro
show
and
just
Kinro, dude.
this
Yeah.
show is just constantly great in terms of writing. Especially when we go further, I'll talk more about it.
Yeah. Shane, who do you have for what's your biggest surprise of the year?
I was
Not the
originally
year, the season.
I was originally going to say Oh Maidens because when we came on at the beginning of the season and I talked about the first episode, wasn't really feeling it. I was like, this needs a couple more episodes to see if it will really stick with me. Lo and behold, 12 episodes later, I'm like, this is like top 3 of the year. But I knew from the beginning it was going to be that show if it lived up to it. So it didn't really surprise me per se. However, the show that did surprise me, and constantly is still surprising me right up until the very end,
This is my pick, too.
Astra, Lost in Space.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my pick too.
What's up?
Astra. This show came out of fucking nowhere. I didn't even know this was coming out this season.
I didn't even know what the show, what the series was until the anime was announced. And apparently it's a very highly acclaimed Shonen Jump manga
Yeah.
that like a bunch of people rave about, and I can see why, because holy fuck,
Yeah.
Astra.
Dude.
It's excellent. I still remember that when the reviews for that first episode dropped and was getting like acclaim across the board, and I watched the first episode, I had to basically fucking strong arm Shane into breaking his rule into watching the sub for it, which he did.
I mean, I
And
did switch over the dub after that, but
I figured, but like you will so Astra's is great. Like I can't think of a better way to describe it. It's just like it's easily the best like hard science fiction show I've seen in quite a while.
It is definitely in the running for sci-fi of the year.
it is best sci-fi of the year. Just letting you know.
It is the hard. It's the kind of sci-fi I love. It's not overly like fantastical. It's hard sci-fi. Lots of it's hard sci-fi, but just enough of like the weirder shit that you can that it pushes the realm of like what you can do with science fiction. And like all good science fiction, it's using science fiction not as its gimmick, but as a way to explore character, to explore some very dark stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And like the human condition, fucking like human nature, all that fun stuff that science fiction is well known for. And it's exactly if you are a sci-fi buff, this is a must watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it is absolutely my biggest surprise of the year, just for it coming. No, biggest surprise of the season,
And
just for it coming out of fucking nowhere.
yeah, the thing that surprised me the most about it, though, which you haven't gotten to yet, is the final act, which Spencer knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep.
It just takes a hard turn straight into Swerve City and does not let up.
They go down a winding road, Shane, don't they?
Mm-hmm. And it's really a testament to just how good the writing in the show is, because none of it feels forced, none of it feels out of place, all of it makes perfect sense in the context of the grander narrative. So kudos to them, because
what
you could
episode
very
is that
easily
on?
fuck up something like this, and they didn't.
Hey, Shane,
Yeah.
what episodes is the dub on?
The dub ends next week. They just aired episode 11.
Okay, you are not ready for
Oh, I know I'm
the
not.
last episode.
I am.
It's an hour, by the way.
It is an hour, and it is the perfect ending. I would honestly put it up there with Brotherhood.
It's a Brotherhood caliber ending. All right. Well, I'll see you guys later. I need to go watch the sub right now.
Every single part of the show wraps up so perfectly that you can't ask any questions. Everything's answered, and if they wanted to, like if for some reason there was a lost second book, they could add on to it, even with original stuff, just bullshit space adventures. But it ends so perfectly that they don't need to.
Well, that's good to hear then.
Yeah.
All right. Alrighty then. Some shows surprised us, like Astra and all that. Astra was within Dr. Stowe. But there's also shows that disappoint us, that we thought were going to be one thing, but ended up being another.
I request to go first, actually.
Oh,
go ahead.
Shane?
Just because I don't have much to talk about for mine. My biggest disappointment was actually one of the shows I was looking forward to the most. And when I say disappointment, I don't mean bad. It just didn't live up to what I had envisioned it would be. So my biggest disappointment is Sacred Beasts.
Me too.
This is my pick too, yeah.
My pick as well.
Yep.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's
show.
Pretty decent. It's just
pretty okay.
Compared to everything else that aired this season, compared to Dr. Stone, Fire Force, Vinland, Oh Maidens, even Grandbelm, Astra, like, it doesn't hold up to the rest of its contemporaries. And I was expecting it to be, like, top 3 of the season, just because it's MAPPA, it's based on an acclaimed manga, it had a good staff behind it, and it was fine. But honestly, by the end of the year, I'm probably going to forget this show even existed, and that's the worst thing I can say about it.
And that's a damn shame because animation-wise, it looks really good. The show looks really good, but it's definitely a style of a substance show. It's probably the biggest example of the style of a substance show this season, to be honest.
And the thing that hurts the most is that it has actually good character work, but
it's too episodic. Yeah. It's too episodic. Yeah. I'm sorry.
It spends too much time on frivolous bullshit, and it is 100% a monster of the week formula where literally every week they're fighting a new incarnate and then they just move on. They don't spend any time to really let things set in and develop. They're just more obsessed with going on to the next thing.
You could tell when the first episode and you're like counting them and you're like, what's that, 12 or 13 incarnates? Okay.
How many episodes is this? 12? Okay.
12? Okay. Understandable. And you know what? It's okay. MAPPA hasn't had a truly terrible show, so they still don't, but every studio has their moments.
Yeah. It still looks really good though, so there's that. Josh, nice. What was your biggest disappointment of the season?
I'm actually going to cop out at this.
Oh.
Because everything I've watched this season has actually been really good for me.
Understandable.
I have only watched four shows this season. 5 if you count Demon Slayer. So, and the problem is they've all been pretty. So I'm going to take the cop-out method and say nothing was really disappointing for me.
All right. Josh's answer. N.A.
I understand, because I knew you didn't watch very much this season, so it's understandable.
Yeah.
N.A. N.A. is Josh's official answer. All right. Now let's talk about the show that we that we had no idea why we watched it, but we watched them anyways. That's his guilty pleasure of the season.
I'll start this one.
Yeah, Josh, what do you want? What's your guilty pleasure of the season?
See, I had a hard choice between 2, but I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
How heavy are the dumbbells that you guys lift?
That's exactly my answer too, son.
My guilty pleasure of the season is how heavy are the dumbbells you are lifting. By my favorite studio, Doga Kobo. This is a great way to respond to the crap they got after the last 2 shows they did. Lollybait and Lollybait.
Lollybait squared.
Mhm.
And this was a very good return to what Doga Kobo is best for. Drawing girls that look hot as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Abs.
It was abs. Very muscly abs. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Or as they like to call him in this show, Barnold Schwarzenegger. I really enjoyed this show. It was funny, it was cute, the dub was very well done. And it actually, you could see Doga Kobo's quality animation in this.
Yeah.
It was a good show. You just have to get past the very meticulously drawn abs and muscles.
This show, the way I described it when I watched the first episode, this is pure fitness porn. This is 100% for people who get off on big muscles, sweaty abs, thyroids, pectorals.
If you're into really fit girls,
this is your show. And the only reason I picked it as my guilty pleasure is because this season I didn't actually watch any so bad it's good shows. And the reason I picked this is because this isn't my kind of show, but I can definitely see the demographic for it. Like, it's good. It's of high quality. It's just not for everyone. So that's why I picked it.
Yeah. Begrudging respect from Shane.
See, I'm just happy Doga Kobo's back on the right.
Now, Matthew.
Yeah.
I have another question.
What's the question, Jesse?
Hey, do you love your mother and her 2-hit multi-target attacks?
That's my pick too. That's my pick as well.
Mm-hmm. I hate
this
both
anime. This anime is trash, dude. It's absolute garbage trash.
This anime is exactly what I thought it was going to be, and that's why I love it. That's why That's why.
Do you love MILFs? Do you want an anime MILF who loves her son
with big titties
and 2 swords that she just knows how to use?
Ada.
Yes. Do you want to become part of the next big thing, the MMMMMORPG?
Yes.
Do you want to be hero class with your mother being hero's mother class?
Yes.
Then welcome to Isekai, but stupider.
Side note.
Yeah.
This was another choice for guilty pleasure. This was a very close choice. This show was just, and the thing is, this is going off online because everyone loves a good old anime MILF.
Yeah, everyone loves MILFs. Everyone's thirsty for the MILFs.
I mean,
because with a MILF, we're 100% sure they're legal.
Spencer, was that aimed at me?
That's what I'm calling this episode. 100% legal.
100%
legal. Dude, we have like 2 titles. We have that, and we have freaking Banana. Yeah.
This show it's stupid, but it's like, I don't know. It's like half like unintentionally stupid, but also half intentionally stupid, and the intentionally stupid parts of it are actually really good. So,
can we get an F in chat for JC staff?
JC staff was overworked this season, and they'll overwork the next season as well.
And they were overworked the season before.
Yeah, remember One Punch Man? I do.
Also, One Punch Man were like garbage. Yeah, so as I call it, the mom isekai is my choice for my worst, not worst of the season, my guilty pleasure of the season, not worst of the season. I have my worst.
Speaking of worst.
Yeah, speaking of worst, time to pick them.
Speaking of worst, another isekai, the Isekai Cheat Magician.
Okay.
Fuck off!
Hey guys, how do you write a generic isekai? Well, you take Konosuba and you do the opposite of what it does. Be super generic. That's Isekai Cheat Magician.
Spencer sounds so mad.
I'm fucking pissed off.
This
Fuck
show is
that bullshit, stupid ass motherfucking generic isekai. You are fucking stupid if you genuinely enjoyed that show. And I hope to God that anybody who found joy in this piece of garbage takes a long ass look in the mirror and deletes your fucking Mal account. That is the worst thing I have seen this entire year. Okay, Dimension High School filled me with some kind of joy in my heart because I knew it was trash, but at least it was a fucking live action education show. This is an isekai.
Spencer's just getting
I
mad.
don't stand for isekais because they're the same except when they're fucking one of like 3 or 4 or 5 different isekais do something different. But you decide to go the same goddamn route that every fucking isekai does. The fucking animation models move, and by move I mean you slide them across the fucking floor like a goddamn tattoo.
Yeah, just fucking keyframe them, dude.
The story's terrible and generic. You have 2 people that are supposed to be so goddamn powerful that you need another fucking magic goddamn orb that breaks because they're super cool. And oh my god, the witch has big titties. Fuck you!
You awakened something in Spencer, Josh.
I made him mad.
Oh my
So that's my worst of the season.
Good to know.
Just look yourself dead in the mirror and delete your Mal account.
Delete your Yeah, Spencer's lost his mind. It's official.
I'm
Spencer,
calling it
did
right
you
now.
not
This
like
is the
the show?
best podcast we've ever done.
Spencer,
Yeah?
are you okay, bud?
I mean, I'm good. I'm just, drinking my Mountain Dew,
Oh,
enjoying my life.
I need
fuck.
not like I need a fucking drink, and not like a water, but like some.
I'm
fucking
I need
scared.
some hard liquor.
Listen,
I need some liquor.
I'm scared right now, man.
Never bring up the show that shall not be named around Spencer.
This is officially the show that shall not be named.
It's like you just want Spencer to go off and someone just
Bring it up.
cheat magician.
And Spencer just
Whisper,
loses
just
his
like
shit.
you see Spencer's face just go red.
You hear the
He
fucking,
just shoots out. He's just like, "Oh, you son of a bitch!
you hear
bring
the,
this up."
you hear
What?
The teapot.
no, I was gonna say the Kill Bill siren.
No, I just a bad fucking Spencer hears Isekai cheat magician, and it's literally like what happened to Bucky every time he hears that fucking every time he gets controlled by fucking Hydra,
He's like,
he loses his. In any case,
His
Shane.
eyes go red.
Fuck my
In
ass.
any case, Shane, what's your worst of the season?
I mean, how do I follow that? Like,
And we don't. That's the thing.
yeah.
But what's your?
Might as well just stop the show.
Yeah. End of the podcast. I'm your host, Matt Ake.
Anyway.
See ya, guys. Bye bye.
So, my worst of the season, I don't have really anything to say about it, because I watched 4 minutes of an 11-minute episode, and I was
I know
like,
which
yeah,
one
this
this
is
is.
trash.
You better not say it's Magical Senpai.
No, it's not. However, that's also trash. Fuck you.
Hey, it's good trash.
The trash I'm picking for worst of the season is Are You Lost? Which, if any of you don't know what that is, I don't blame you. It was
remember that.
It was a short anime that aired this season where 4 cute high school girls get lost on an island
And drink fish blood.
and drink fish blood. And that was the moment when I was like, yeah, no, okay,
Apparently drink
goodbye.
their own piss at one point too.
Cool.
What
I'm
the
glad it didn't
fuck?
get any better. Literally, I was morbid curiosity. I just
God.
like, you know what? I'm gonna see what it's like, and if it's good, I might keep watching it. And in the first 4 minutes, generic blonde anime girl number 4003 with big titties and the cat teeth takes off her shirt, wraps it around a fish, and then beats the fish to death with a stick,
Listen,
grabs the shirt, wrings out the blood, and drinks it. And
When I
immediately
saw-
I was like, no thank you, I am
see, and
leaving.
then Shane told me about that, and I was like, "Oh, I'll watch it. Why not?" And as soon as I watched it, my reaction was in podcast.
I have a question.
For God.
Why? That was my instant reaction.
The mic, it probably peaked.
Oh, all of our mics peaked. I'm sorry if we hurt your eardrums, listeners.
And fucking the rest of the podcast is just fucking reverberant. It's like fucking it has all that reverb.
It's just a distant echo.
Echoes Act 3?
The mics are broken.
3 freeze?
Fucking my worst of the season is also an episode of a show that I didn't finish.
Oh, you told me about this. Oh,
that I didn't finish. I watched half of it, and I think I watched less than half. I watched a third of it, and I rage quit. It's the first show in 6 years I've rage quit. That should tell you everything you need to know, and that is Alpharetta when commonplace when commonplace becomes whatever the fuck. I don't care about its full name. It's Alpharetta. This is probably the worst isekai since Ragnarok by a landslide. It might be worse than Ragnarok, to be completely honest with you. This is the most incomprehensible garbage this fucking year so far. It's lit horribly. You can't see anything. It's edited horribly. The show spends zero. You know how shows like to spend at least 5 to 10 minutes setting up its main character and premise. This show spends 30 seconds and people start dying within 3.
Nice.
This is like super in media res. Like
it's paced like garbage. The characters are garbage. They're not likable at all. The premise is potentially interesting. Is that instead of one guy gets transported to another world, it's like a whole classroom. So it's like, okay, so that's a potentially interesting premise right there. Unfortunately, because of that, you have 20 main characters and none of them do anything. And it's a case of it's like it wants to be ReZero because it has the tone of ReZero as well, but it doesn't build up to it. It's starts off with death, and that's all it is.
Listen,
it's just dark throughout.
Nothing can be ReZero.
And it's it's basically the antithesis. It's like the peak of bad isekai. This is exactly the kind of isekai that people. It's if Isekai Cheat Magician is the type of isekai that people make fun of because it's so generic. This is the type of isekai where it's so deconstructionist it reverts back around to cliche. This
yeah. Just, you know how in Shield Hero, once you got into it, now Fumi actually kind of grew as a character, and you started to learn more about him. And
you know how it actually got good?
This is if Now Fumi stayed episode 1 Now Fumi, but with no you don't know why the main character is so upset. He just falls into a hole and then drinks some fucking monster piss, and then it's yum yum. And then
he drinks it and then has superpowers now.
He has superpowers now, and it's.
If that's
retarded.
all it takes, I'm going to do that right now.
Dude.
All right, I'll be back.
Okay. It's like a shitty version of Legend of the Shield Hero meets Slime.
It's it's a lot like Slime actually in that case too, because they're trying to build a civilization, and it's
But I'm here to pull back the curtain to give a little insight. I'm currently reading the manga. The manga's fan-fucking-tastic. What this anime does is take the first third of the manga and just get rid of it. You know all those characters that you don't know anything about? Yeah, they get multiple chapters in the manga. You get to beat them, understand them, you get to know about it. This show sucked, dude.
So this just chalks up to shitty adaptation.
This show is also infamous for its troubled as fuck production, because this show went through development hell. This show was supposed to come out 2 years ago. But it got delayed a couple years. It had a director and writer change, and then it had to redo. And right before, like a couple months before it started airing, had to redo the entirety of the show because the key animator got fired. So
Sucks.
yeah,
Sucks. F in chat, boys. F in chat.
this show was doomed from the get-go, and it's honestly worse than you can imagine. Than you can imagine it. Like you like what you're imagining. It's actually kind of worse than that because it looks like butt. The show looks ugly. Oh
yeah. I got through one episode sub and one episode dub. That's it.
It's garbage. But with that, time to pick our best of the season, boys. Now we go from the worst of the worst to the best of the best. And I know what Josh's is. So let's just
this is a very, very tough choice for me. Because you guys already know what my two choices are.
Yeah.
Dr. Stone or Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
And I just have to give it to Demon Slayer.
Fair enough.
I love Dr. Stone, but Demon Slayer just fucking... Ever since probably episode 6 or 7, every episode has just been consistent. Every episode slaps. The writing is top-notch. The action is top-notch. The animation is top-notch. The direction is top-notch. This show is just top-notch. I love Demon Slayer, and I am so excited for when it gets to season 2, because we all know it's going to get a season 2.
How much you want to bet they're going to do the anime thing where they just drop the announcement at the end of the finale?
Yep.
That's my guess.
I wouldn't be surprised. This show just constantly slaps. It's ufotable. We all knew it was going to be good, but goddamn, I didn't know it was going to be this good.
Mm-hmm. All right, Spencer.
I'm gonna give it to an anime that made me feel uncomfortable, but also made me change my name on Discord the most.
Oh, I know.
In my honest opinion, the best of this season is Oh Maidens and I Savage season.
I agree 100% with Spencer. That's my pick too.
Nice picks. It was close. This was my very close runner-up.
It was between this and Vinland, but I gotta give it to O Maidens.
This was my this is my very close runner-up. Oh Maidens is fucking amazing.
So we're all in our 20s now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Puberty's hard.
Yeah.
It's a difficult. It's a difficult kind of changing point in a person's life. And when I first read the synopsis of it, which is a bunch of people, a bunch of girls in a literature club get together, and it's like, what's one thing you want to do before you die? And one of them says, have sex. I thought, oh, it's going to be a stupid, ecchi comedy about tripping into boys' locker rooms. It's going to be dumb. Little did I expect us to have lesbian subplots, pedophilia, kidnapping, and genuine heart. So, this is based off of the manga by Mari Okada.
Mari Okada is a godsend.
Except for
that one thing, yeah. But
except for that one thing. But this is novel. I think it's
a manga written by Mari Okada, and then she adapted her own manga.
Okay. About puberty's tough. Boys are weird. Girls are weird. How do you deal with all these emotions? What happens if you walk in to give your childhood best friend some food and he's just jacking his room?
Wanking his dean, dude.
Dude, what do you do? And there was so much twists and turns and up and downs. I remember sitting next to Matt. I remember sitting next to Matt and just fucking cursing out one of these characters because she's a hoe. But then it's like she redeems herself, and then I'm like, no, Hongo, don't do it. don't go through with this girl. And then like,
and now they've kidnapped a man.
and now they've kidnapped a man, and it's the most bonkers I've ever seen, and it's so fucking good, dude. So good.
The thing that sticks out to me about the show in regards to what we just talked about with the kidnapping thing, the show gets bonkers at the end, but it's not one of those shows that loses itself in the absurdness. It knows exactly what it's doing. It's all calculated to a T.
It makes fun of itself of being absurd. The teachers are just like, why did you kidnap a man? What are you
stupid
doing?
kids doing? Okay, listen, just stay here. We'll be back in the morning. I'll pick you up some McDonald's, okay? Just hang tight.
You dumb kids.
It's great.
That's actually my favorite part of that scene is that the teacher's like, okay, I'm gonna go get some breakfast for you. You want McDonald's? Okay, see ya.
It's like they're just dangling this fucking teacher out the third-story window, and they just don't even bat an eye at them.
or the fact that Milo Sensei is just so fed up with all of their shit.
He's just fed up with it because he had to deal with Hongo shit for God knows how long.
Fucking Hongo.
And then he has fucking 3 other prepubescent ladies going through bullshit, and he's just like, for God's sakes, just give me the thick teacher.
The thick teacher. Yeah, that teacher thick.
She's fucking thick, dude.
Dummy thick.
With how many? Listen, with how many Ks?
Like 3, dude. 3 Ks.
Like
shit, that's
extra
a lot of Ks,
large.
That's a lot of Ks, man.
Yeah, she's thick. But yeah, sex is good and all. But have you ever seen a man get his hand cut off and then not bat a sweat as he uses a log as a weapon?
You're right,
sex is great and all, but have you ever Viking?
Yeah.
Sex is great and all, but have you ever seen a man get a chain wrapped around his face and then ripped off? My anime of the season, and quite possibly the year if it keeps going, is fucking Vinland Saga. Woo!
Matt, we know you love your dark fantasy, so please go off.
Well, for one, Vinland is not a fantasy.
It
is pure historical.
It is a historical drama. It is a historical drama set in the period. It is set in the period of when the Vikings were, and specifically Denmark was at war.
Fine. Let me reword myself. Matt, we know you love Berserk. Go off.
Yeah. All right. All right. Vinland Saga is great. This is the Berserk adaptation we never got. This is exactly the. Vinland Saga is one of the best manga ever written, and this is the best possible adaptation for it. It looks amazing. It sounds amazing. The direction is on point. It's written wonderfully. Has the best villain of the year in Askeladd by like a landslide. And by like a landslide. Fucking the main character is 3-dimensional, complex, and fascinating. You got a wonderful heap of side characters, all of whom are wonderfully 3-dimensional and have a ton of depth to them. It's super violent, and I love how violent it gets. But it also is a surprisingly intimate character piece. There's not a lot of action in this. There is action scenes and there are action episodes, but they're limited to specific beats and specific moments. The show, first and foremost, is a drama. A drama you would see something on like HBO on AMC. First and foremost, it is the kind of intimate, personal character writing that I love. And it's just it's from beginning to end. Every episode was pretty much flawless to me. Like, this is exactly, there's not, like, O Maidens was so close because I think O Maidens beat it just by being really satisfying, entertaining, and just having the most hype moments I've ever seen in a while. But Vinland took it. I love Vinland so much, and I cannot wait for its second core, because from what I hear is coming, Vinland's second core is going to be even better than the first core. Also, it's got the best OP of the year.
Yeah. Of the season, yes. Of the year.
Yeah, no, of the year. No, it's of the year.
Questionable.
It's got best OP of the year.
Okay. Listen, Vinland amazing, writing direction top notch, characters incredibly interesting to follow. Thorkel is the absolute best.
Yes.
This
I
big,
love them.
jolly piece of shit Viking who just swings a pike of wood around. And he's like, yo, are we gonna fight? Wait, where are you going?
Where you going? Don't retreat.
I thought we were gonna
Don't start.
fight.
Don't.
Hey, why are you running?
Why are you running? Why are you
Why are
running?
you running?
And I love Thorkel. He's great.
Dude, he just wants to drop the gloves, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you were saying, Shane?
Oh, that was it.
Oh, that was it.
That was
Yeah,
it.
Vinland Saga. No, Vinland Saga is my best of the season. And it will more than likely possibly stay that way. We might be seeing a situation where Vinland Saga is the best show of the season 2 seasons in a row. So that there might be possible, unless my hero's next season. Speaking of next season, let's talk about next season.
Oh, shit.
Let's talk about next season. Dead. All right, let's move on. Not much going on next season. Mostly there's a lot of sequels. That's pretty much the big
It's
thing.
like mostly sequels.
It's mostly
Wait,
sequels
no.
and second seasons, which is the big takeaway. But we're gonna go through. We're gonna each mention a couple of shows that we're looking forward to. Please leave it to a max of 3.
Got it.
For the love of God. Let's start with Josh. What are 3 shows you're looking forward to this season?
Food Wars Season 3, Seven Deadly Sins Season 3, and We Never Learn Season 2.
Not My Hero?
Yeah, but everyone knows it's My Hero, but I want to do 3 others.
Oh, yeah, fair. But yeah.
Everyone's excited. Everyone's excited for My Hero. Come on.
True.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, good try. Spencer?
I'm gonna go with Kabukicho Sherlock. I'm gonna go with Babylon, and I'm gonna go with the one that you showed me yesterday, Matthew. I'm gonna go with fucking. One second, let me scroll down to find it because I forget what it was.
There's this thing.
Kandagawa Jet.
Yes!
Yes!
Yes! They shoot lasers at each other, dude!
No, okay. The CG looks fucking garbage.
Oh, it's
This looks
horrendous.
terrible. This looks absolutely terrible. But are you telling me that there's a jet ski anime where girls with big bazongas team up and one of them drives and the other one shoots a fucking laser gun?
One of them is in doggy position too. It's like
And they're in
darling
fucking
too.
darling
Darling
dock
in the
position.
It's Darling in the Fuck, dude. Kanagawa Jet
Darling in
Girls.
the fuck.
Kanagawa Jet Girls looks fucking stupid as shit.
Oh my god.
I can't wait.
Oh,
Babylon is a Spencer show about lawyers and drug companies and cool shit like that. And Kabukiko Sherlock is the ultimate Spencer show because it's production IG and Sherlock Holmes.
I'm actually really looking forward to Babylon. Like, I'm actually straight up. Like, I think Babylon looks great. But Shane, which 3 are you looking forward to?
I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I have 3 different lists that I'm just gonna rapid fire.
Right.
Sequels I'm looking forward to, or second seasons: My Hero Season 4, Radiant Season 2, and Kono Oto Season 2. Because Season 1 was
Kono
actually
Oto.
very good.
Yeah, Konoto. Yeah.
Original shows I'm looking forward to. Gotta put that fucking Kandagawa Jet Girls on there.
Is Kanagawa Jet Girls the most anticipated show of the season for me? Quite possibly, actually.
It looks fucking horrible, but god damn it. When I saw that PV and they were shooting lasers at each other, I was like, no, we gotta watch this
Okay,
shit.
where the fuck is this? I cannot
It's
find
called
it.
Kandagawa Jet Girls.
Find the
Jet
PV
Girls.
on YouTube. It is the most insane thing
Oh.
you will ever watch.
Also,
Oh,
make sure it's the
okay.
second PV, because that's the
Yeah.
one with the bullshit in it.
Yeah,
And,
2 minutes and 10 seconds. it should be.
all the girls have like massive tits.
Massive.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can already. I'm gonna like this show.
Yeah.
Big old chest beefers, dude.
And one of them looks like Mai from fucking Bunny Girl,
Bunny Girl,
but
yeah.
more shittily animated, and also has like fucking pink highlights in her hair.
Yeah.
What fucking studio did this? Let's
No idea.
Yeah, TNK.
Well, let's see what they've done.
High School
Probably
DD.
nothing. Oh.
the OG and all the first 3 seasons of it, as well as School Days.
Wait, they did high school DD?
Yeah.
Well, no wonder why the tit physics are so realistic.
You're right. Anyway,
They also did Ikitosen.
Oh god.
But yeah, Shane.
Anyway, original shows I'm looking forward to: Kanagawa Girls, Ahiru no Sora, which is the basketball show that doesn't have an English name. But
I'm excited for it.
I like me a good sports show. I like me a good sports show. Yeah. And Pet, the Geno Studio.
Geno
show.
Studios?
Yeah.
Yeah, this doesn't have a release date yet, but
Shane.
it is confirmed for this season. It's going to probably get a release date very soon.
Hold up, Shane. You've disappointed me.
What?
No Guns Life.
Bitch, I was going to say my third list is shows that I'm ironically looking forward to that may end up actually being amazing. Things like No Guns Life, where his head is just a gun. Yeah, that's about it, actually.
Yeah, no, my pick, I have the three major ones that I'm looking forward to are, of course, excluding My Hero, because My Hero is the one. If you're talking to me, My Hero is the one I'm most looking forward to this.
It's going to be the best season, duh.
It's going to be It's going to be the best of the season because it's My Hero, and My Hero's consistently like one of the best shows of its year, like always. It's absolutely fucking amazing. But the three I'm most looking forward to are No Guns Life, because it looks like peak Madhouse. Like this looks
like Madhouse has had a sketchy couple years where their shows haven't been too great. This looks like prime Madhouse.
Yeah, this looks really good. I'm really looking forward to Hoshiai no Sora, which is
the tennis one.
Tennis, which is actually in terms of it's an original too. It's not based on anything. It's the most anticipated original show I've had for quite a while, because it looks absolutely fucking incredible from an animation perspective, and it looks. And I want a good sports show. It looks like if Ahiru no Sora is gonna be the more like Haikyuu or Kuroko no Basket style show, like shonen sports show where it's like focused on like more ridiculous shit. Haikyuu no Sora is gonna be like my character drama with that just happens to have sports in it. And of course the other one I'm looking forward to is Chiaita Fuyu 3, season 3. Because if y'all haven't seen Chiaita Fuyu,
which they haven't,
watch Chiaita Fuyu, please. Quite possibly the best randomized show we've gotten this year. By like a landslide. So that's what I'm looking forward to this season. And I think we're pretty much done talking about simulcast stuff and like new season and stuff. Unless anyone else has
Girls is going to be the best show of the decade. Mark my words.
2019
I believe it.
Comes out of nowhere.
I believe it, man. It's gonna kick ass.
It's just Keijo with jet skis, dude.
See, I'm going to like it just because it's a studio that did fucking High School DD.
Yeah, fucking. That's why their tits are so big.
Yeah.
Also, the animation looks. The CG animation looks
horrible.
Dog shit.
To be fair, the entire show looks like kind of like
ass.
From an animation perspective, it looks like ass. Yeah, but it looks like fun. I said fun ass.
Fun ass. Yes, ass is very fun, Matt.
It looks like ass, and it has ass.
Yes.
So yes. But with that, let's move on to pieces of news. We don't actually have that much news. We only have 4 pieces of news, and most of them are announcements. With the exception of one, which is a more serious thing that dropped today. But the first one is that Fruits Basket is coming back next year.
Yeah! Well, we knew that.
The 25th and final season 1 episode of the new anime of Natsuki Takeya's Fruits Basket manga aired on Friday and announced that the second season of the anime will debut in 2020. The year's 20th issue of Hakusa's Hana to Yume magazine reported on Friday the anime would have an announcement after the 25th episode aired. The anime premiered in Japan on April 5th of this year, and the show season 1 has a total of 25 episodes. Shane loves Fruits Basket.
Fruits Basket is incredible. It's up there as high contender for best drama of the year. But in terms of the release schedule, I don't think I've said this on the show before. I've said it to you guys, but here's my prediction. Season 1 just aired. It was double core, 25 episodes. There's going to be 63 overall. Next spring, we're going to get Season 2. It's going to run the same as Season 1, 25 through the summer. And then 2021 spring, we'll get the final 13 as Season 3. That's my prediction. It just makes the most sense.
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
Which means we're getting 3 years of Fruits Basket.
I can't wait for Fruits Basket to win Anime of the Year 2 years in a row. Because it's probably not winning it this year, but next year, if anything I know from the manga, next season is going to be even better than the first season. So,
listen, we already know what my choice for next year is going to be.
I swear,
it's Hero Camp season 2 for next year.
I swear,
dude, it's airing in June. It's airing in January.
Yeah, it is. It is. So, but who knows? Maybe who knows? Maybe it'll suck. Maybe they'll drop the ball on the second
I
season.
will beat the shit out of you who speak such a word.
Okay.
All
right.
right.
So yeah, but Fruits Basket coming back. Speaking of other stuff that's coming back next year, Haikyuu. The new series kickoff event for the Haikyuu anime announced on Sunday that the show's fourth season is titled Haikyuu to the Top. That's the official name of it. Haikyuu to the Top. The event also revealed a new visual for the anime, which showcases the new character designs, which look absolutely fantastic, by the way.
Damn, it looks so good.
Yeah, and they also showed off a trailer, not for the new season, but for the upcoming OVAs that connect to the new season. And it looks like Haikyuu.
Yeah. It looks like Volleyball Boys.
If you like Haikyuu, you like Haikyuu. And they also revealed 2 new cast members, which include Natsuke Hana, who will voice the character of Kore Yoshimiya from Kamomede High School, as well as the new character Atsumu Miya, who is from Iranizaki High School, and he will be voiced by legendary voice actor Mamoru Miyano.
Boys.
Mamoru Miyano.
Mamoru Miyano. So if you like Mamoru Miyano, you watch Haikyuu.
Watch Haikyuu.
Just watch Haikyuu.
Just watch Haikyuu.
Yeah, just watch Haikyuu.
Just watch Haikyuu.
That's the international sign for calling Spencer's. Mention Haikyuu with JoJo.
Yeah.
Speaking of new cast members, My Hero Academia: Heroes Rising comes out at the end of the year in Japan around like December 23rd and stuff. So of course, cast members are starting to trickle out, and we're probably going to get a trailer very soon, like an official trailer very soon for it.
Mm-hmm.
But the official website for Boku no Hero Academia, the movie Heroes Rising, which in English is the same thing, just with "my" instead of fucking Boku no. The new anime film based on Kohei Horikoshi's My Hero Academia manga revealed 2 guest cast members for the film on Thursday. The guest cast members include musical actor Yoshio Inoue as Nine, a villain who is chasing after Tomoro Shigaraki. His background and reason for chasing Shigaraki are unknown. In order to achieve his own ideals and accomplish his objectives, he attacks the island of Nabuto. Also, the other actress is Mio Imada, who is mainly a live action actress, as Slice, a villain and a close association of Nine. She was betrayed by humanity in the past and has learned to not trust anyone, but she agrees in Nine's ideals. Her quirk allows her to use her hair as a bladed weapon. Horikoshi designed both these original characters for the film. The film will open on Japan on December 20th.
Hold up, she uses her hair as a bladed weapon?
She's literally...
What is this,
Golden
Deluxe?
Golden Darkness, is that you?
I'm the only one who thought of this, but she's literally that one character from Inhumans who could do her hair as a weapon.
If anyone's watched To Love Ru or Black Cat, the main girl can use her hair as a weapon.
Yeah.
I immediately thought of Yukako from Diamonds Unbreakable.
Diamonds Unbreakable?
Yeah.
Love Deluxe.
No.
They also revealed the designs for the characters, and they look cool as fuck.
Nice.
one of the I will post the link in podcast so that way you can all check out the news article because they have the pictures on there. But you can go check out the look and the look of these two villains, and Nine in particular looks dope as shit. He looks kind of like
cool.
he looks like Hannibal Lecter. He looks like Hannibal Lecter if he had the hair of Lucius Malfoy, which I think is a very, very cool mix. So we have new cast members, and we'll probably get more information as time goes on. We're probably going to get a trailer this month because of course My Hero's airing now. So we're probably going to get, who wants to bet we're going to get a filler episode dedicated to setting up the movie like last year.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Probably
There's
before all
at
the
least
big
one
overhaul
killer
shit
episode per
gets up.
season, so.
Yeah, probably in the middle of overhaul because this season is going to be only overhaul. So, and our final piece of news is a piece of news that kind of sucks. A pioneering animator by the name of Kazuko Nakamura, who has worked on several anime all the way back since the 60s, like Astro Boy, Princess Knight, Phoenix 2772 has been in the industry and was in the industry for decades, has passed away at 86. The Nikon Sports and OC websites reported on Friday that legendary animator Kazuko Nakamura, whose real name is Kazuko Kato, passed away on August 3rd. She was 86, and they held up. And the reason why it took so long to find out is because there was a private funeral. She was the first major key female animator in a time when the industry was pretty much dominated by men. So she was the first major female key animator who was widely known. So she is she helped pave the way for future female key animators nowadays. She's regarded for the model as the character of Asuko Osawa, currently airing popular NHK television series Natsuzura, which is about the early animation industry because her own nickname was Wako-san. So we lost a pioneer this year, which is not the first time this has happened. The work that she's done, particularly on Astro Boy, will not be forgotten, and her influence stays to this day. And I would argue so. And with that, as we move on to our main reason we're here, and that is to talk about the month of Spoop.
Spoop.
The month of Spoop. So Spoop. With that, let's talk. Let's pick our 4 anime for month of Spoop, and we're gonna start off with Josh. Josh, what anime did you pick for month of Spoop?
I chose the spoopiest, most scariest anime of them all. Hit 2012 anime, Another.
Yeah, sure with that?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright.
It's gonna be spoopy.
It's gonna be very spoopy. Emphasis on the poop. Spencer, what show did you pick?
I picked the hit 2016 anime directed by Tsutomu Mizushima and written by Mari Okada, The Lost Village.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Shane, which one did you pick?
See, when we came up with the idea that we were going to do bad shows, there was one that immediately stuck out in my head. Because I've heard some shit ever since it aired 2 years ago. I had to know what was up. So my pick for Month of Spoop is the classic, modern classic, 2017 horror anime, King's Game the Animation, which is based on a cell phone novel that was released in Japan in 2009. Oh, okay.
I think I just lost a few brain cells.
Yeah, did you know that this is based on a novel that was released via text messaging?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Makes
sense, right?
Brain cells.
Oh, it's
right.
goddamn.
All right, my pick. All right, so Originally, I was going to do Tokyo.
Yeah.
But I decided that's just too depressing.
Yes.
Plus, the first episode is actually really good.
Yeah, and the first season's actually good. So, like,
Yeah.
I decided to go with a show that's infamous.
That's a good
among
word.
the anime fandom.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those shows that if you're an anime fan, you have at least heard of in whispers, almost like the boogeyman.
Yes.
It's something that some of the older anime fans, early to mid 2000s, will talk about as one of the most legendary dubs to ever hit North American shores.
The greatest dub ever made.
Quite possibly, that they say, and
Quite
because of that,
the greatest anime ever.
quite possibly, yes, and because of that, on the last episode of Month of Spoop, we're going to be covering the 2000 the supernatural ghost show that was turned into a dark comedy by the dub Ghost Stories.
Yeah.
But fucking covering ghost stories, which I've been wanting to do. For
always
quite a while.
look like lesbians.
Mom?
Listen, when the male bunny and the female bunny like each other, she sticks his penis in.
No. Here's how it is. I have a story for you guys. So the male bunny has a penis, and the female bunny has a vagina. And then the male bunny puts the penis into her vagina, and she starts acting like she owns the thing. Isn't that great? Yes, it is. This reminds me of a story. So my one friend, right? She has kids, but she doesn't want any more. But her husband finishes inside of her. Who's going to take care of the damn thing? Let's end this story on great morals, like deadbeat dads never prosper, or pay your child support on time.
Drop the Krispy Kreme, Serpico. Wow.
Are you
run like a scary black man is chasing you?
Oh, at least
not racist.
Yeah, you ran 0.25 seconds faster.
Are you retarded? Man, you are retarded. As you can tell, we're very excited for the show.
My question is,
yes.
All right, out of the group that's here, which of us have actually seen Ghost Stories and not just clips in passing?
I have not seen.
I have seen the entirety of it.
I have not.
I have never seen Ghost
So
Stories.
Spencer's the only one who's seen the show before.
Yeah.
You don't understand. The clips are funny, but they're somehow even funnier in fucking context. Because it's like, episode starts, there's a ghost, they solve the ghost, and everything makes sense. However, every single line of dialogue feels like it was drag and drop from a different anime into this anime.
Oh, boy.
Also, I'm pretty sure that the voice of Amy Goddamn Rose is in it.
Fucking...
She plays the main girl, I'm pretty sure.
I know Brittany Karbowski's in there.
Brittany Karbowski is not in there. Monica Rial is, though.
No, I'm pretty sure Brittany... Yeah, I'm pretty sure Brittany Karbowski's in there.
Nope, he's not. She's not.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. And no, the main girl is voiced by Hilary Hagg.
That's it.
Who's best known for playing Talitha in Full Metal Panic. And she is also in Ghouls und Panzer as Katyusha.
Okay, that's where I know her from then.
Mm-hmm. But in any case, those are the 4 anime we're going to be covering on Month of Spoop. And with that, I think we're pretty much done here.
Oh my god, she's fucking Patty from the DMC anime.
Wait, huh?
Oh my god, she is.
Oh, fuck.
Because I know her voice, and as soon as you said Patty, the pieces fit together.
And she's also Fuko from Clannad.
She's Fuko. Oh, yeah,
Oh
she's
my
Fuko.
god, she is.
What the fuck?
You can never see now. Patty and now Fuko are the same person now in Shane's
Dante,
mind.
come to my birthday party.
Now,
Can you shut the fuck up?
now I can't hear fucking Patty or
Can you come to my
Fuko
sister's wedding?
without hearing fucking.
Dante, do you like this starfish?
What are
Do you like the
retarded?
starfish
Alright,
I
guys.
handcrafted?
Let's end this damn podcast before we go back.
I don't actually exist.
I'm just a figment of your imagination. Everybody's imagination.
Stop being mean to each other. Goodbye.
Virgil, Dante, stop fighting.
And we've lost him.
Ugh.
You're a starfish. Stop fighting your brothers.
Just end the damn episode, Matt.
Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.
You can find me on Twitter.
You can find him on Twitter at Fury Burton with 2 hours. End this before Spencer just makes me want to shoot him.
All right, we'll see you next week for first
We'll
month
see you
of
next
Spoop.
week. We'll see.
Goodbye, you fucking assholes.
We'll see y'all.
Laugh. Just end it, please. End my.